Yeah, we better talk to Bill Gates since he's on the phone. And then we'll come back to this whole breadcrumb trail. So Bill Gates, just to give you a little recap before we take his call, recently divorced, 27 years of marriage. I was like, why would they, after 27 years, get a divorce? So my original theory was like, did someone cheat, you know?
What do you mean? What's so confusing?
Well, it's like if you don't like...
They don't want to be together.
Right, but after 27 years and having 3 kids, it's like... And also like so much money there. It's like, why... They could just... Couldn't they just work it out? I'm saying something big must have happened, I think, to justify a divorce.
I don't know. That's not
Well, you just don't one day be like, listen, I'm over it, you're over it. That just seems weird to me after 27 years.
I mean, divorces happen like all the time. I'm surprised that you're surprised.
Well, in this case, though...
Well, I was right.
We do know.
Oh, okay.
Got your hat.
Got your hat.
Dan, why don't you tell it? Because you're the Bill Gates enthusiast, and you go ahead, because this was you've been talking about this. Go ahead, Dan. I won't take this from you.
Yeah, well, longtime fans of the show know that I am a big advocate for Bill Gates. And, so an article came out that she actually started talking to divorce lawyers back in 2019, specifically in October of 2019. And what's interesting about that date is in September of 2019, 1 month prior, there was sort of a bombshell, I think it was in the New Yorker article by Ronan Farrow about a lot of rich and powerful people's connections to friend of the show, Jeffrey Epstein. And
Vin Diesel.
Vin. Come on, Vin. So the timing is a little suspicious. And now, yeah, there is reporting coming out. Not necessarily confirmed, but the rumor that is being published, and not, I should make it clear, it's not like tabloid rumor. I think it was the Wall Street Journal that reported this. So, you know, large media publications are saying that that was one of, if not the primary motivating factor for Melinda filing for divorce from Bill. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, so they...
pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
So Bill has repeatedly denied close association with Epstein. He says that he met him once at a dinner party or something, and that was it. But what that reporting indicated is that that's not really true. They actually did do business together. They met in 2013, by the way, which was several years after he had been convicted for...
Don't say the word. Come on, Dan. You know better than
that. For
Dan's a good man.
Look it up. Look it up.
Well,
that information is readily available on the internet. What Jeffrey Epstein...
You could say...
Yeah. I think most people at this point... I think most people at this point know what Jeffrey Epstein was all about.
You could say he's a predator.
He is a predator.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's putting it lightly.
Right.
He deserves a lot worse than the predator title. Anyways,
villain.
He's Epstein. He gets his own thing. He's
kind of on his own tier.
He's got his own thing. He ruined salt. You know, there's Epstein salt. I don't buy that anymore.
I didn't know that.
Wait.
I didn't know that.
Are you kidding me?
I stopped using salt.
Isn't it Epsom salt?
Oh, Epsom, right. Okay, good. The boycott's off.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Go ahead, Dan.
TD mega doo-doo moment. Anyways, yeah, so without getting bogged down in the details, he did have a longer associate and more close association to Epstein than he had indicated.
Yeah.
He donated, he helped facilitate some donations with
really
Epstein.
weird.
No.
He apparently laundered
basically after
donations.
Right, after
Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, after Epstein got in trouble, you know, he was a large donator to a lot of colleges and stuff, MIT in particular. He had given a ton of money to because he was all into this weird like gene editing research, and he was like trying to freeze.
Just the guy I want editing genes.
Yeah, he was trying to freeze his sperm so that because he
Epstein was.
Yeah, Epstein had this weird belief.
Bill Gates how is he involved in
that?
So Epstein couldn't donate money anymore because he got Papped.
He got blacklisted.
He got
by all these
blacklisted.
institutes, and then
like
allegedly
semen.
Bill Gates was laundering donations,
Oh.
He was
for
kind of like
Epstein.
helping Epstein give the money.
which
to,
was like,
Ew.
but that's just,
it's all.
gonna come.
you know, when I look, I was
Calm
like,
down, Trump.
I mean,
well, I was kind of like a Bill Gates. I thought his work was interesting, like the humanitarian work he was
Yeah.
doing,
He's up to some weird shit, dude.
and how he pledged to give all of his money to charity when he died and
Yeah.
stuff. And then when I looked into his Epstein connection, what I thought I learned was like, he's like, oh, I met him once about some kind of charity or foundation and bad vibes, and I never talked to him again. According to his wife, now ex-wife Melinda, or soon to be ex-wife, these motherfuckers. What? Wait, Bill also flew on his jet, apparently?
He is a
It says
legend.
Bill Gates reportedly flew on Epstein's private jet, the Lolita Express,
I can't speak to that. I had not heard that.
so messed
from
up.
New Jersey. Well, who wrote? Yeah, that's not what he called it, for the record.
Yeah, that was not the
Yeah.
official title.
Okay.
That's the nickname.
That wasn't
I have to
that wasn't
say-
written on the side of the plane.
Yeah.
That after watching all the documentaries that came out about Epstein,
Mm-hmm.
I can forgive someone for meeting him once
Yeah.
because they're both rich or whatever, and
Yeah.
they're in the same circles.
Sure.
But beyond once,
Yeah.
there's no way you don't know what he's up to. It's like his whole life's purpose was just the stuff that he was doing.
Yeah.
It was so bizarre. Like there's no way you didn't know what he was up to.
First of all, the documentary about him is really good on Netflix. I recommend, but
Mm-hmm.
especially someone with like Bill Gates, who has so much resources and high profile. I'm assuming that anyone he meets with or even entertains going into business with is vetted to like the nth degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't get a meeting with Bill Gates without them knowing who you are.
Yeah.
So it's definitely sus.
Wow.
As far as the flight log thing, I don't know who put that in there. I'm pretty certain that isn't true because when we talked about the Epstein stuff a few years ago, I looked into the flight logs and who was on there, and there's a lot of prominent names, and Bill Gates
Wait, AB,
wasn't.
you said it's not true. He did not fly on the thing.
He did not. It was going around on the internet for a while, but
Oh, so
after
what
the
the-
flight logs was
Damn, y'all
known-
trying to get me sued by Bill Gates?
I didn't put it in there. Yeah, like I said, I was unaware of any connect. Bill Gates has his own plane. I'm pretty sure. I don't think,
Bill Gates doesn't need to hitch a ride on anyone's
yeah,
plane.
exactly.
Lolita Express.
Yeah, but regardless, the point being, he had vehemently downplayed his connections to Epstein, and
Anyway, it creeped out his wife enough to want to get a divorce.
right, and I guess his wife had already expressed that, like, I don't like that you're associating with this guy, and he was like, okay, no problem, I won't. And then it
Wait,
came out. in
Ian
his
has an
article
update. New York Times, March 2013. Mr. Gates flew on Epstein's Gulfstream plane from Teterboro Airport in New Jersey to Palm Beach, Florida, according to a flight manifest. Mr. Arnold said Mr. Gates, who has his own $40 million jet, hadn't been aware it was Mr. Epstein's plane. He didn't know it was Epstein's plane.
Yeah, no. Your own plane?
Okay, I guess there's some,
Interesting.
according to Ian, who's a reputable source.
Ian is a legend.
Yeah, Ian's not wrong. Well, anyway, listen, there's a lot of questions, but like we've got Bill Gates on hold. So
Yeah, I
let's
mean,
just ask him.
we could ask him and have him clear this all up.
Wow, I didn't know.
Yeah, let's talk to Bill.
Okay, hold on one second.
Appreciate him standing by. I know he's busy.
Yeah,
You know,
he's like semi-retired now, so maybe he's
let's hear what
gonna
he's
have
got to
much
say.
do. So give me 1 second. I'm.
But this is quite an honor. I mean, this is an exclusive. I don't think he's publicly done any interviews or spoken about the divorce or anything like that.
Right. Bill, are you on the line? Do we have Bill?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh.
Oh,
Bill.
Okay, first of all, Bill, thank you for joining us. I
Well,
understand.
I'm very excited to be on.
Well, thank you. It's likewise. Now, I understand there's a lot going on. I just want to ask, first of all, how are you doing?
Well, I'm okay. I'm just a little depressed and sad about a lot of the vilification around the vaccinations, and then obviously what's going on with my possible impending divorce. And
So-
I just thought I'd reach out to you because you have a wonderful platform with a lot of people who are dating and having a good time.
Oh, wait a
And
minute. Dating?
Yeah, Bill, our audience might be a little young for you.
Right.
well, that's okay. That's okay. I can handle that.
Right. It's age is. Are you saying age is more just a number to you? in the grand
Age is
scheme of
just a binary metric of someone's life. It's not necessarily where they are in their life.
Right, I get it. It's all just ones and O's.
Exactly.
Well, let me ask you this, Bill, to be more specific. Would you consider someone that age 10 to be within a territory or no?
Well, I'm looking for someone. Look, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you because your group of people who listen to your show know that that probably have been reading, and I'm in a loveless marriage, and it's time. I want to take the shackles off and turn my software back into hardware, and really live the last few years of my life with someone who's much more attractive and fun.
Oh.
So is this well? According to media reports, your wife is the one that's leaving you. Are you disputing that?
No, I'm not disputing that. It's the only woman I've. Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's the only woman who was willing to marry me, and now she's leaving. So I'm kind of back to zero. But it's okay. I have a lot of money. She's going to get a lot of it, but I feel I can be with someone for these last few decades. That it's much more fun to be with. Melinda was always about charitable giving and saving people. All I've ever really wanted to do is party, because you can probably tell I'm a party guy.
Right.
When I say party, I mean reading.
Right. Sure. Of course. Well, there's been a lot of concerning. The reports has been that your wife actually left you because of your alleged ties with Epstein. Are you?
Well, I, Ethan, I would like to say that it's not necessarily. I went to Mr. Epstein, who I barely know. I was only to his island 23 or 24 times.
Wow, that's wow. Okay.
I was just in and out, honestly.
Wait.
Basically, I was just there to ask for some money because we figured he'd be a wonderful a panacea to a lot of people who are philanthropic to help with a lot of the work that we were doing.
Whoa, I'm sensing a little bit of BS here, Mr. Gates. You were asking Epstein for money. You're like the richest man in the world. I mean, what? I mean, to me, that I'm not getting a satisfactory explanation for why you need to go to that island 23 times.
I would, Ethan. I would like to point out that you remind me of my wife's divorce attorney, number one, and secondly, I would like to say that I am, even though I'm one of the richest men in the world, I believe in OPP.
Oh, what is that?
Other people's money.
Oh, right. I guess you don't become the richest by using your own money, right, Bill?
Exactly. And that's how we built Microsoft to be one of the greatest corporations in history with one of the greatest operating systems.
What do you think about like, you're not putting microchips in vaccines here, right? Like, I want to ask you that just straight up. And
No, we tried, but they kept showing up in the photos. They were too obvious. We just couldn't get them small enough.
Right. Okay. So they're not. So just to clear the record, they're not in there. You tried,
They're not in there yet. We're working as hard as we can to get them as tiny as possible. Probably the next round of vaccines will have it.
Oh, that's comforting to know.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
But I was hoping that maybe your audience could help me to get back to dating, and there's some dating sites. I'm unaware of so much of what's going on out there.
What dating sites are you on? Are you on any? Are you looking?
I wanted to ask your people, maybe even you and your lovely wife, who you're having a wonderful relationship with, as opposed to my wife, Melinda. But there's a site called Elite Singles, which I thought would be perfect for me. Farmers Only.
Oh, Farmers Only. I know that site.
Yeah, there's a Zeusk. Is that anything that you would use, Zeus?
I'm not familiar
What
with
is that?
Zeus, Mr. Gates.
Our Time, which is for older people. Then there's a
Our-
lesbian one called Her.
Oh,
I think
lesbian.
that would double my chances.
I don't
of
think
getting
I don't
someone.
think that you. I think a lesbian site's probably just. I mean, well, seeing as I mean, you're not a lesbian, right? I don't want to misgender you or something. Or
No, I just
yeah,
figured if it's the whole site is women, I'd have a better chance.
definitely.
Just, you know,
I see
I don't
that.
think that's the intention.
No, yeah, I think you missed the point there.
there's something called Bumble. Have you heard of Bumble?
I have heard of Bumble. That could
I
work for
think
you.
that's perfect for me because I love tuna, so that might be a
Oh.
wonderful thing.
You like tuna?
Right. And then there's Christian Mingle.
Are you looking to meet a Christian woman?
Not necessarily, but
Just
there's also
playing the
satanic
odds.
singles. So if I could cover both bases.
You know, Mr. Gates, I want to ask you. There's this famous video. I don't know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen, Dan?
No, but
Well, there's a famous video of you drinking poo water.
Yes, that's my poop water.
Yeah, you want to tell
A
me?
lot of money into that.
Here, let me play it for the audience. He has this whole refinery where he
I
turns
am very
raw
impressed
sewage
The solution we're seeing here, it generates electricity, it generates
into
clean water.
potable drinking water. So,
Right.
how was that poop water? I've always wondered.
It's not just poop; it's urine too.
All right, thank you for that
Best of
correction.
both worlds. It's,
Yeah.
it's electricity. It makes incredibly clean water with just a hint of salt. You know what I mean? And there's not just the regular water. There's chunky too. If
Oh
you like-
no!
Yeah.
It's got a pinch. You know That's interesting though. Well, a pinch of salt. You know, like there's certain labels that do that for. They say a little bit of like salt for flavor.
Right. And we have that. We're taking just tons of poop and urine and turning it into. You're probably drinking it now, and you're not even aware of it.
Well, oh yeah. What you know? What you used my whole life growing up. You were the richest man in the world, straight up.
was.
Bill
I
Gates.
was. Yep,
Now you've got people like Elon Musk. You got Jeff Bezos, and
Well, Jeff and I are friends. He told me he'd be my wingman if we went out to
Oh
a
right,
bar.
both recently
He's got that
divorced.
funny eye, which I think is going to turn the girls off.
Yeah, who do you think would have an easier time picking up girls, you or Jeff?
Well, I think Jeff, because he's got that shaved head and he looks like I think him with a monocle on and a tuxedo, he'd do very, very well.
I don't see why
he's
you
got
can't rock that
look.
look.
And Jeff has been working out far more than I have because I love my cheeseburgers and French fries, which we're trying to get to a totally plant-based kind of, because I'm working with the Impossible Burger people.
Okay, that's important. I appreciate that insight. But are you jealous of perhaps of Elon and Jeff's? Because they're both doing the space race. Do you feel left out at all that you're not like?
I feel totally left out. I could have easily come up with a rocket ship or something like that, but I am. This is all Melinda's fault, by the way, because we're so busy trying to save the world and climate and all the boring stuff, and these guys are going up in rockets and they're making me look like a total loser.
Right. Yeah, you better step up that space race stuff. And you better get your story straight with Epstein because I'm a little bit worried about you because you told us today you went to his island 23 times. That just sounds suspicious to me. So, Mr. Gates.
Like I said, I was in, I was out, I was in, I was out.
That does not sound good, Mr. Gates.
No, that's
with,
not. Maybe, okay.
with,
I'm going to talk to my attorney about that. But we're doing so many wonderful things. I'm investing in so many companies, and I predicted COVID many years before it happened.
Wait.
I did a TED talk on it.
Really?
I did a full TED talk. You can watch it. I said this was going to be the issue, and that's why we were so out front with the vaccines.
So you predicted it. Okay, Bill. Did you invent COVID? Did you release COVID?
I wouldn't say invented it, but I helped put it all together.
Oh man, that is not something you want to say.
Well, because otherwise the TED Talk would be worthless.
So the TED Talk now, if you go back and watch it, it has a little bit of a
Now
difference.
it makes perfect sense.
It makes
That's
all
right.
makes perfect
I'm still
sense.
pissed about not having rockets to go to Mars.
Oh man, Bill, you got a lot of messaging to work on with your lawyer. I'll say that. But
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I want to clear up one other thing. And I don't know, are you going to be asking me about that other thing I told your producer not to ask me about?
No, because I don't.
Oh,
What is it? Well, what do you want to tell me about it? I mean,
Well,
I'm
I thought
curious
you were
now.
going to bring
Yeah.
up the whole thing of the foreskins that we've been taking
Oh
from the kids.
no, you've been harvesting foreskins.
Yeah, I'm curious about that, Bill. What are you doing with all those
Well,
foreskins?
just basically what we're doing is extracting the stem cells from the foreskins, and then we're done with the foreskins. I make wallets out of them and
Oh
coasters.
no, Bill! Bill, where do you
They're
get these
lovely.
foreskins? By the way, this is a real story. This isn't a gag, right?
Yeah, no, I mean he's been on an Easter egg hunt kind of situation.
Bill, where are you getting foreskin in this world?
Well, actually, Bezos has them on Amazon now, but we get them directly when we're over in some of the countries we're working in.
Oh man.
I would name the country, but then I don't want every other billionaire rushing there to take the fork.
Right. Wow, man.
Yeah, you don't want the competition.
So we've
I
got
don't
Bill
want the
Gates here, drowning
Oh, I can see the photo with Elon Musk and what's her name? Gazelle.
I think you know her name.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you know her name.
I can't remember. She looks very familiar though.
Oh, do you have you met Giselle?
Jizzle
Lane Maxwell.
I would be remiss if I said I didn't.
Let me ask you one more thing. Do you have any idea how Epstein managed to unalive himself? Do you have any involvement in that now that we know you're...
Oh, no, I have nothing to do with that. Neither does Bezos, neither does Bloomberg, neither does Clinton. All of us got together and pretty much decided we had nothing to do with it.
All right. Okay. That checks out.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Listen, Bill. Good luck with all the baby foreskin. I'm sure you're working on something really exciting.
Well, that's my next big thing is baby foreskin.
And get out in space there, will you? You're embarrassing yourself.
Absolutely. As soon as I divorce whatever her name is, Melinda, then it's going to be party time for Bill Gates. Watch
okay.
out.
Well, I just stay away from known predators, all right? And you'll be good.
Absolutely. And don't believe what you're going to read online in these next few weeks. It's
Okay.
all
All right. I'm getting ready to not believe it. Thank you, Bill Gates, for calling into the show. What a honor. What an honor. Thank you, Bill. Good luck. Best of luck to you. Bill Gates, what an exclusive.
Wow. Yeah. There's a lot to unpack there.
23 visits to the island? That's kind of a big revelation.
I mean, it takes usually a couple dozen visits to kind of get an impression of somewhere.
Zach, where are you, speaking of Epstein's island? Look at that. His background's the beach.
Yes. Chill day today. So.
That's actually a true story about the baby foreskin, though, isn't it?
Evidently.
So he actually is collecting foreskin.
Interesting.
Can you get a headline? I actually want to know.
There's a lot you can do with baby foreskin, dude. I mean,
Right.
it's a valuable commodity.
I just want to know if he's really doing it, though.
There's a Facebook group on it.
Okay. Well, then it's true then for sure. For the YouTube raiders watching this, that was all parody, including the
Parody.
parody
In Minecraft.
parody in Minecraft. So back up to my conspiracy.
I am very surprised by the whole story, though. I didn't know.
Well, his wife kind of like, oh, you know, was another interesting wrinkle is that like weeks before she filed for divorce,
Yeah.
Bill sent her like $2 billion of Microsoft stock. Like he was trying to like pay her off.
Weird.
Because this whole revelation about the Epstein connection is pretty groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Because when I read about it, I was like, he didn't have any, like, what? He didn't have any, you know what I mean? But his own wife is like, no, this guy is way too close.
There's no such thing as a coincidence.
Ooh.
But it's like Bill said in the call. He's like, me, Clinton, Trump,
Bloomberg.
the royal family, Bloomberg, all got together and decided that they had nothing to do with it. So, oh, here it is. Oh, wow. So here, this happened. Bill Gates transferred $2.4 billion in stocks to his soon-to-be ex-wife Melinda, $600 million more than what was initially reported on the day of one of the wealthiest couples' announcement they were splitting. So what do you make of that?
Weird.
Yeah, super weird.
There's no such thing as a coincidence.
That's what I... That's right. Oh, man.
Super weird.